My brother's fiancée told me, "Your monthly allowance is going to need some adjustments once I'm in charge of this family." I did my best not to laugh, while she smiled at me across the table like she'd just done me a favor. I took another sip of my chai latte and let her continue. She launched into how I was almost 30 and still living off daddy's money, how it was time I learned what the real world looked like. She leaned back, twirling her new engagement ring. My brother and her had decided that once he took over the company, I should get an actual job instead of partying and shopping all day. I set down my cup slowly. "Is that right?" Jessica's eyes lit up, probably thinking she'd finally gotten through to the spoiled rich girl. She insisted she was just looking out for the family's future, that someone had to be the responsible one. She patted my hand like I was a child. "Maybe you could try retail. I hear they're always hiring." I stood up and smiled. "Thanks for lunch, Jessica." This was enlightening. 30 minutes later, I was walking through the executive floor of the $1 million investment firm my father built from nothing. "Good afternoon, miss," the receptionist said as I passed. My office was 3 doors down from Dad's corner suite. I'd started in the mailroom at 16, worked in every department making my way up, all while going to college. And to show for it, I spent the last 5 years managing our highest profile accounts. My dad wanted me to earn respect on my own merit, not my last name. When I entered his office, he was grinning, talking about the announcement for Friday's gala. The board was thrilled. I asked if he was sure about the timing. He nodded firmly, explaining his plans for my brother. My brother would run the charitable foundation. My dad said, he needs to learn humility, and what better way than to serve the community. I thought about Jessica's smug face at lunch. Dad, that sounds like a perfect plan. But until Friday, I still had some cleaning up to do. Tuesday afternoon, Dad called. "Your brother just charged $3,500 to the company card at a strip club. He told the client it was a business lunch." Jessica had texted me that morning, "Can't wait to see you Friday. My future husband's going to make such an amazing CEO." I looked at her text, then at Dad's crisis. Yeah, amazing. This was my role. The family fixer. My brother's third wrecked Mercedes. I handled it. His insult to a board member's wife. I smoothed it over. His no-show to our biggest pitch. I closed the deal with only 30 minutes notice. And I am damn good at it too. "I'll take care of it," I told Dad, already pulling up the client's information and address for the strip club. By 5 p.m., I'd moved the meeting to our private dining room, comped the entire meal, and convinced the client that my brother had a family emergency. The deal was saved. My brother never even thanked me. Friday night, the ballroom glittered with 500 of the city's most powerful people. I wore a black floor-length gown, my mother's diamond necklace catching the light. I'd already handled a catering crisis, while Dad watched from across the room, pride in his eyes. Then Jessica appeared, her face twisted in disapproval. "That dress is completely inappropriate for a family event." She grabbed my arm and pulled me toward a group of investors. "See that man in the gray suit? He's been raving about the Jaden account all night, about how brilliant my fiancé's strategy was, how he saved them millions." She beamed. "That's my future husband. That's the man who's taking over this company." I bit back a smile. The Jaden account was mine. I'd spent 6 months restructuring their entire portfolio. My brother didn't even know what Jaden Industries did. The lights dimmed and Dad took the stage. "Thank you all for coming tonight. I've built this company over 40 years, and it's time to discuss its future." The room went silent. My brother puffed out his chest. Jessica squeezed his hand. "As many of you know, I will be taking a chairman position. That leaves much uncertainty, and I just want to assure you all, my son will be taking a leadership role as president of our nonprofit organization, where he will serve this community like so many before him." My brother's face went blank. Jessica's mouth fell open. "But the person who will lead us into the future, my daughter Ruth. She's your new CEO effective immediately." I walked over to where Jessica stood frozen. "Maybe you could try retail? I hear they're always hiring."